is Ifty. In this video, I'll be giving you a roadmap to learn guitar. First step towards learning guitar is self-assessment. It's something like you need to do a little kind of a self-assessment about yourself by checking whether you can sing a song, any song or not. Like har koi gana ga leta. Of course, you cannot play any instrument, but then certainly you can sing. Get a feedback from the family, friends, and हर कोई आपको बताएगा कि हाँ यार तुम अच्छा गा रहे हो यार अच्छा नहीं गा रहे हो. That actually is linked with your music sense. So कई लोगों में natural होता है, and so that feedback you can get from your family, friends, and the people around you. Also, you need to understand whether while playing any song or singing any song, are you appreciating the music or a poetry? बहुत लोग इसमें confuse होते हैं. Usually when you ask people कि आपको कोई गाना आता है तो वो कहते हैं yes हमको आता है गाना, and when you talk about to sing that song, they sing some song which has a nice poetry. So actually basically they are focusing on the poetry but not the music. So by singing the poetry they feel that उनकी singing अच्छी है या वो अच्छा गा रहे हैं because of the poetry they're singing in it. Whereas it should not be the poetry you can gauge your skill from, it's the tune, it's the pitch. जब आप कोई गाना गाते हैं तो एक्चुअली आपको बेसिकली ये देखना होता है कि आपकी वोकल पिच कैसे जा रही है, वेदर इट्स मैचिंग विद द सॉन्ग. फॉर एग्जांपल कोई सिंगर गाना गा रहा है, आप उसके साथ भी गा के देख लें, आपको आइडिया हो जाएगा कि वेदर आई एम पिचिंग अलॉन्ग विद द सिंगर और नॉट. मे बी कई लोगों को वो भी नहीं होता, बट स्टिल दैट्स वन ऑफ द वेज. सो इट्स नॉट द पोइट्री which you should focus on, it's the tune which you should focus on. फिर एक और important चीज़, do not restrict yourself to a particular kind of a music. Like बहुत लोग कहते हैं हम तो सिर्फ गज़लें सुनते हैं. यहाँ किसी kind of music को मेरा point offend करना नहीं है. It's everything is a music. Different kinds, जितने भी types हैं सब music है. So कभी भी you should not restrict yourself in listening to the music. So it's basically the exposure, it's your exposure towards music. The more exposure you have, the better you will have a music sense developed in yourself. Failing to do all of these things, for example, you आप कोप अप नहीं कर पाए, आपको नहीं अंदाज़ा हो रहा कि whether you can sing, you can pitch the song in a tune or not, अगर नहीं भी हो रहा, it doesn't mean that you should not attempt to learn a guitar. So it just happens that self-assessment मैंने इसलिए first step बताया है कि that's good that if you have an idea, like, लेकिन अगर आपके पास for example, not everybody has a music sense. So अगर आपके पास ये नहीं है, even then you can learn a guitar, but the only problem will be that it might take longer. The next step is the choosing a mentor, like choosing an instructor, choosing your person who is going to guide you about learning guitar. This is something which is very crucial. Like people usually they look for an instructor who is cheap, less money, that factor everybody thinks about. Actually, it's not the right approach. People should always look for a person who has an experience and a reputation. आप अगर सिर्फ ये हिसाब से देखेंगे कि यार मुझे कम पैसे में गिटार सीखना है, तो वो तो maybe you will get somebody good, maybe you will not. बट आपकी अप्रोच ये नहीं होनी चाहिए। अप्रोच ये होनी चाहिए कि आपको कोई ऐसा इंस्ट्रक्टर मिले जो आपको सही गाइडलाइन दे एंड आपको उस पॉइंट पे ले जाए कि आपको गिटार बजाना आ जाए, एंड दैट only that person can do who is experienced and has a reputation. People generally have a concept of going for a cheaper instrument. Like for example, बहुत लोगों से मैंने सुना कि वो बोलते हैं कि हम कोई ऑर्डिनरी गिटार खरीद लेते हैं और जब हमको बजाना आ जाएगा then we will buy a good guitar, which is a very wrong concept. You need to have a good instrument. अगर आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंट अच्छा नहीं है you will not be able to cope up. So एक तो आप बिगिनर हैं, आपको ऑलरेडी स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, ऊपर से इंस्ट्रूमेंट भी ख़राब है, वो आपको और स्ट्रगल करने में तकलीफ दे रहा है. सो दैट डजंट वर्क with the guitar learning process. So instrument has to be good, and how you can do that, obviously if you choose a good instructor or a good mentor, he will definitely guide you to buy a good instrument or a suitable instrument. Now when I say a good instrument, it doesn't mean very expensive, but yes, something better, not very cheap. You know, आजकल 8-10 हज़ार का मार्केट में गिटार मिल जाता है. It's worth useless. I mean, even if it's something like you're throwing your money and just getting nothing up. So something like appropriate, which obviously a mentor or an instructor will guide you to buy a good instrument. Yes, time of course is a biggest issue for almost all of us, because we all are quite occupied with our busy schedule and everything. So जाहिर सी बात है, टाइम तो एक ऐसा फैक्टर है कि दिन में आपको कोई एक स्पेसिफिक टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज इट विल नॉट वर्क. टाइम फॉर दैट मैटर एनीथिंग, कोई भी चीज़ अगर आपको करनी है, तो अगर आपने सोचा है कि यू वांट टू डू दैट थिंग, सो यू need to give or devote a time for that particular thing. So music or guitar learning is also also the same. So time जो है वो तो आपको बहरहाल in whatever way you need to find the time to practice the guitar. Now the money is remember one thing, that the money which you are going to spend is worth for the talent which you're gonna get. Basically, talent is priceless, but then never gauge it with the money. Yeah, I know, I can understand money is the biggest concern for all of us, but then talking about music or guitar learning, so this talent which you're gonna get is going to last with you for your lifetime. Just keep in mind that ये जो कुछ भी आपने पैसे खर्चे हैं या आप खर्चने जा रहे हैं, उसके लिए कि जो कुछ आपको टैलेंट मिलने लगा है, वो कोई ऐसा नहीं है जो अभी मिला और कल ख़त्म हो गया. इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी विद यू फॉर योर लाइफ टाइम. सो दिस इज़ समथिंग, you know, when you're going to hire an instructor, please do not gauge it with the money you are going to spend on it. You gauge it with the experience of that person, or the reputation of that person. That is important. So अगर आप ये जो चीज़ें को ज़हन में रखेंगे, and money को just keep it aside, and focus on basically on your learning towards the instrument. So that will work a lot. Usually बहुत लोग जिनके पास talent होता है, and they can do really good in learning guitar, but they don't pursue because they don't want to spend money on it. So obviously ये सारी चीज़ें इंसान को compromise करनी पड़ती हैं. These are few steps which you should keep in your mind before proceeding for guitar learning. Uh, One last thing I would like to tell is, for example, many people they do a self-learning like from the YouTube or some other medium. But yeah, people can do that. But please keep in mind, not everybody can do that, because what I have seen is only few people can do that. I don't say that nobody have done it like that, but only few people can cope up with the YouTube or self-learning process. It is always advisable, and it is always suggested that you should look for a good, experienced and reputed instructor.